place where I can do comedy and you can have what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not, and I'm like, so I mean, New York, they have Central Park is beautiful.
Totally. That's like me trying to convince people my entire life. They're like, no, I think I'm gonna go to bed. But this bar is really graphic. Like,
Yeah.
the people tonight are fucking on top of it.
Yeah, it looks good in
Yeah.
there. We should try it. One drink. Come on.
Oh my god, fully. Yeah, and also like the funny thing is like to me, Berlin has been the most nature I've ever been exposed to.
Okay, is there no nature in Greece? Like, I mean,
So there's nature in Greece. You have to look for it a little bit. But the thing is, like, Athens is just like you go to like a high, like a
viewpoint or
a
something.
viewpoint in the city, and you see the buildings curve with the land. There's like no spot. Maybe there's 2 green spots, but they're not even parks. They're just rocks with trees hanging where we couldn't build even if we tried.
Yeah.
So we let it be just out of like courtesy. We're like, okay, fuck this. It's not useful. Let's leave these 5 trees hanging upside down from a rock and then build the rest. It is a little bit depressing.
Interesting.
Yeah. You get like these just trees in the pedestrian streets. They're the size of like maybe one person at a time can fit to walk through, and you have to step on the road a little bit at times as well. And then there's one tree in the middle and the roots are fucking screaming to get out. It's a so like I'm in Berlin and like even Goethe Park, I'm like, holy shit, I'm breathing fresh air.
I think it's funny that like the most popular park in Berlin, I would say, I'm not gonna like say it's for sure it's the most popular park in Berlin, but one of the most popular parks in Berlin is just an airport that they did nothing with. They were like, this isn't an airport anymore. Have at it. Like it's not like they could have like rebuilt it and like put some like trails and trees and like landscaped it, and they're like, nah, like just.
And everyone in Berlin like, you know what I want to do today to escape? Lie on hot tarmac. I think that's the best. Like, there's definitely like on the same distance on the other side a lake and trees.
Yeah.
But this hot tarmac that airplanes used to land on seems ideal.
That's the place to go.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
Yeah. I think just people want to see other people roller skate again.
Yes.
I think that's why they go there.
Honestly, I that's why I go there. And I mean, it has, every time I go there, I'm like, if I have enough beers, I'm like, am I at a festival right now? Like, is this it kind of has the vibe where you're like, is this a festival?
Did you bump into the at some point when even I think the bars were closed as well? It was like it was peak pandemic, but I think it was the second or third time around, so people were less careful and they just wanted to. And every night at Tempelhof, there would be like a bunch of different people with speakers on wheels.
Yes.
And they would start these raves, and then at 9 they would close the park, so like the security would come in. So they would start moving.
Yeah.
And start moving with the speaker on wheels. And I remember like there was 3 dudes with a speaker. They had lines on the speaker that were constantly moving because of the bass.
Yeah.
And they were trying to catch the line. And I'm like, that's hilarious. And then just like
That's a game show. That's a fucking game show. Can you slowly outwalk the security at Temple while doing a line that's being shaken out?
Welcome to Catch the Line. We have 15 subwoofers in the space. Our audio experts are gonna play techno while you try to catch that line.
What do they win? Being very high.
Being very high. If you win, like what's the
if you win, you have to sit down.
We force you to sit down for 20 minutes and see if you can take it.
Yeah.
What's the prize? The prize is that line.
That line.
Only if you can catch it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.